Hey everyone, this is Kenny or Kent or whatever you want to call me, and you're listening to The Other Show.
Spencer, do you know what is the worst?
I-15 rush hour?
Well, yes, absolutely. But it's specifically when you're driving along on the freeway and you get behind one of those trucks, like specifically one of those dump trucks, right?
Oh, yeah.
And before you can get out from behind that dump truck, one of those rocks from the back of the truck slings up, hits your windshield, and boom, you got a chip, right? I absolutely hate it. Now, if you're like me, you watch that chip gradually grow from a little chip to a whole long crack that just goes along that whole windshield. I hate it. I hate dealing with it. I hate looking at it. It's just such a hassle.
Luckily, you can use our friends at Ashby Agency and Associates. They're backed by American Family Insurance, and they can help you with that crack.
Thank you.
AmFam offers $0 comprehensible deductibles, which means there's no out-of-pocket cost for that windshield. Additionally, you can customize your discount based on how you drive and save as much as 20% on your auto insurance with Drive My Way. And for the most savings, bundle your home or renter's policies with your auto, camper, umbrella, ATV, UTV, motorcycle, boat, snowmobile, business, and even life insurance policies. Let the insurance advisors at Ashby Agency and Associates help you save today.
Call Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 385-383-3117. Again, that's 385-383-3117. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. We're really going to have to work on that last part.
Uh-huh. So, Kent, as promised, I followed up with my boss.
Oh, yeah.
About things to see and do in Sweden.
Thank you so much.
Because, again, his wife lived there. So just a quick update. They're working on an itinerary for me, but he gave me a little bit of a heads up that his wife was a college student while she was there, so she was kind of broke, and he said... that the activities and recommendations he has are kind of based on like cheaper, poor things to do. And I said, don't worry, it's Kent. If you knew him, he'd appreciate it more.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I mean, I may not live or travel like a college student, but I spend like a college student. So I'll be bringing my own ramen.
You're going to land in Copenhagen or Stockholm and say, okay, where's the nearest subway? I need myself an Italian BMT.
And this is supposed to last a day and a half.
They do the $5 footlongs here, right? Or is things in meters? We're in Europe, right?
I'm pretty sure. Wait, is it pounds or is it like krona? And I don't mean corona, but I think their money is the krona. I don't even know.
Krones.
The krones?
The krona. Yeah, the krona.
That's a real thing? Okay, good guess.
Yeah. So it'd be like a... What's the conversion right there? Is it like the 7 krona meter and a half long?
What? Yeah. You're actually trying to measure a Subway sandwich.
Is it a meter like 3 feet or something like that?
Based on okay. Anyways, no, I actually got some really good suggestions of places to go see. Actually, the Lego Museum, which is over there, is apparently incredible. And they have like this restaurant. Allison actually sent me this video where you literally look at the menu and then you piece together. They have pieces for whatever you order, and you just make a little brick, like a little tiny house, and then you put it through like almost like a 3D printer, and then they'll make your food based on the Lego thing you created. It's the coolest thing.
That sounds like a lot of work for food.
Like you're not making a hamburger, but a triangle would signify a hamburger, or a longer red piece would be a hot dog, or something like that.
Oh man!
So it's not like they make a pizza that looks like my horribly put together Lego.
I was gonna say, I would have the worst luck, considering how horrible all of my creations with Legos turn out to be. I probably wouldn't even eat when I was in Europe.
All I know is Dave Kelly's eating like a king there.
Because he's really good with Legos?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my worry is that I would put Lego guys into the little 3D printer, and they would, I'd have to become a cannibal,
Yeah, it's what you made.
It's what I made.
Yep.
Well, Spencer, thank you for that. And everyone,
anytime.
thank you for the suggestions. I leave in about a month. And by the way, I did decide I'm just going to do like one soccer game and kind of just live it up while I'm there, just seeing castles and museums and Lego museums and all that kind of stuff. So pretty excited, and I'll be sure to rub it in and send you guys lots of pictures.
I'm excited for you.
Were you the one that was telling me there was a difference between castles and palaces?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, in Germany. Yeah.
Well, no, it's like, I mean, all over Europe, right? Where castles are more the forts, but palaces are for the royalty, which is pretty dang cool. But guys, you know how we've been talking about, well, I guess this is a bad segue. Sorry, Josh.
I'm probably not going to cut this.
Okay, guys, really bad segue. But Josh, you've inspired me recently just to look and see how aquatic life is doing.
Isn't it fascinating?
Which has nothing to do with our previous story whatsoever. But I was actually it is.
They eat fish in Copenhagen.
I was supposed to go to San Diego this coming week, but I'm not anymore. And now I'm actually glad for two reasons. And one of these being that there are 3 great white sharks that were seen 100 yards off the shore of San Diego Beach.
Oh.
And remember, we've been talking about orcas and everything. Yeah. Well, and it's almost like, okay, there's orcas, but the great white is like, I mean, the dinosaur of the ocean. I'm pretty sure that's the official title.
Mm-hmm.
And but they've been seen near San Diego, and officials are warning everyone at a famous nude beach, specifically.
I'd be more worried about the lemon sharks than the great whites.
wait, hold on. First of all, lemon sharks? What do you mean?
They're smaller. They come up right to the sand, like shallow water. And I'm just saying, if you're nude on a beach and you go wade in the water, even in 3-foot water, those lemon sharks,
they're more aggressive than great whites, aren't they?
Let's just say they'll nibble at anything.
Anything?
Anything.
Okay. Well, so there have been 3 sharks, and they're between 6 to 9 feet long,
mm-hmm.
which it's big enough. And they were seen eating a sea lion. And it is pretty rare to have sharks, I guess, seen that close in San Diego. And obviously shark attacks are really rare, but they are warning people. But I just thought it was so funny that it really is like at this nude beach. And they're putting signs up specifically there.
Hey, Kent, are you sure they're not there for Comic Con?
Oh, are the sharks there for Comic Con?
Yeah.
Well, no one else is.
The Street Shark movie or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, there might as well be a Street Shark movie at this point. Nothing else is going to get made.
Are you following the SAG-AFTRA stuff at all?
Yeah. I mean, I try not to, but it comes up just because I'm on Twitter, and everyone's talking about, how nothing will get made. In fact, that's the other reason why I'm glad I'm not going to San Diego, because I don't know if did I tell you guys that we were getting like free tickets to Comic-Con? Me and the Bacon Cell guys?
Yeah, you bought them out of the back of a van?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it was a real shady thing. We were going to get free tickets, and I'm like, we'll see about this.
The van was parked at the nude beach.
In Utah.
And it was... I would get in a van at a nude beach. No, I wouldn't. Anyways.
What if they told you they had Snyder Cut Part 2 in there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here's the scenario, Josh. Or Kent. No, this is for Kent. Josh, you'd get in for candy.
I mean...
Kent, Joss Whedon's driving an unmarked van, and he tells you he has the Snyder Cut Part 2 uncut in his van. Do you get in with him?
No, because it's Joss... Listen... I would to maybe see that movie, but I can't trust anything Joss Whedon says. And with his history, I don't know.
That's why I said Joss Whedon. It's a double-edged sword there.
Wait, Josh, what kind of candy would you enter a unmarked van for?
Is this a Kenny pole?
Asking the real questions here. Yeah.
Oh gosh. There's too many though.
That is a great question though. Like, what candy would somebody need to offer you to get you into an unmarked van?
Okay, Josh, you have a Reese's salad, okay?
Mm-hmm.
There is a bowl of all Reese's goodies that we're talking the bases Reese's Pieces, and then you have the nice little discs, and you have Reese's trees as well. Do you get in the van?
My favorite Reese's is the outrageous bar that has the peanut butter, the caramel, and the little tiny Reese's Pieces in it.
Outrageous is amazing. I'm a Take 5 guy, though.
Take 5 is great.
No, Take 5 is where it's at.
But
no, Take 5 is the sweet and the salty.
You want me in that car with no struggle, you get me an outrageous bar.
Wait, so if there will be a struggle, if it's...
Yeah.
Ken, what's your candy?
It would be probably Sour Patch watermelons. Yeah, that would be easy. If anyone wants to lure me, it's with the Sour Patch candy.
Okay.
Oh, but the new Nerds, the chewy ones.
I haven't tried those ones.
You know, the ones that are kind of gummy on the inside, but Nerds on the outside. They're amazing. It's
like the tiny ones.
Yeah. Well, wait. Are there big Nerds, Josh?
Well, I know that.
Well, there's me and you.
I've been hiking lately.
Have you had like freeze-dried Nerds before?
No.
Oh, freeze-dried Skittles.
Oh, I don't like Skittles in any form.
No, try the Nerds, the chewy, whatever they're called. I forget what exactly they're called.
Is it like the gummies?
Yeah, so it's like a gummy interior.
It's not like the gummy rope, right?
It's kind of like a gusher surrounded by Nerds.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's amazing and worth getting into a white van for.
Okay.
So, Josh, you're saying if Joss Whedon drives by and has Skittles of any variety, you're not getting in.
No, I'll know that he's not up to any good.
Just because it's Joss Whedon.
In that instance. All right, Spencer, so what's your candy? I like how it's become this tangent.
So, on either case, this has to be frozen. Like, I don't know what it is, but frozen, both these candies taste way better.
Okay.
The savory one is the Take 5. Hershey's Take 5. Like, that is the king of all chocolate bars ever. I have a chocolate intolerance. Like, it makes me sick most of the time. And I will gladly pound a whole bag of Take 5s and suffer the consequences.
I mean, pound is wrong terminology in this instance, but go ahead.
I would proffer that it is the exact right terminology in this situation. The other one is frozen peach rings.
Frozen peach rings, huh?
What?
Oh yeah.
What about your teeth?
Yeah, that's.
Oh no. So they snap, and then as they thaw in your mouth, they get chewy.
I don't care for this. And I love peach rings. I don't care for this.
Peach rings are the best.
See, it's the same thing as like when you go to Cold Stone or pretty much any ice cream place. I've always wondered, why do they have gummy bears as a topping option? Because you're just asking to break your teeth.
Well, can we all agree here that gummy bears are the bottom of the gummy empire?
Wow. We have the gummy empire because it's built on their backs. They're little pliable backs that if you lick them, by the way, if you bend a gummy bear, like face forward, so he's doing like a toe touch, and then you lick his back like that, his back will disappear. It'll disintegrate. Have you guys ever done this?
No.
I love gummy bears, and you're wrong.
No. Of all the gummies, like gummy worms, especially once you start getting like sour gummy worms.
Sour gummy worms are great. I think regular gummy worms are actually worse than gummy bears.
It depends.
Because gummy bears, you can control your handful. Gummy worms, they're like too much of a good thing.
Yeah, but you can hit people with them.
What? Who's around? Your poor wife.
Joss Whedon's around.
Oh yeah, we're still in this van, huh?
So you're gonna get the van. You're gonna just be pounding Take 5s, and you're gonna grab these nunchuck gummy worms and swinging them around. Is that how you get out of there?
That's how you get out.
And he's like, "Hey, Spencer," because your name's on your belt, obviously. In this instance,
I got a belt buckle. I'm wearing my boots.
Hey, Spencer, and he says 90s witticism because that's what Joss Whedon does. Come get in my van. Not creepy at all. Free candy.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay,
I'm in.
Time to get armed and dangerous.
First I say, what kind of candy? And he says, frozen peach rings, gummy worms, and frozen Take 5s. I'm in.
Have you had frozen Thin Mints, by the way?
Oh, yeah, those are great.
Frozen Thin
They're
Mints?
delightful. Oh, Josh, I don't eat them regular anymore.
Wow.
And honestly, you put them in your mouth and they thaw immediately.
Yeah.
And they're awesome.
No,
Perfect
any cookie, Oreos, Samoas, Thin Mints, pop them all in the freezer. Oh, and check this. Do you have a KitchenAid?
No.
Kent?
No.
Oh gosh, guys. Are your kitchens like barren?
Recently married.
Yes. I'm a bachelor, sir.
I had a KitchenAid when I was a bachelor.
Yeah, you cook.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. This is for our listeners out there. Okay. Put your metal KitchenAid bowl in the freezer for like 20, 30 minutes and then put ice cream in it. Beat it for 1 minute. And then you got soft serve ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Couldn't I just do that with a bowl and a hand mixer?
You probably could.
Or just get ice cream.
Yeah, but then
from like McDonald's.
Then you're dumping in your frozen Take 5s and your frozen nunchucks and you're good. Like,
that was a great hack there, Spencer.
I like that we got humbled not having a KitchenAid, and it turned into, I don't know, kind of a pointless vanilla ice cream recipe.
it's not pointless. Use cookies and cream. Oh, you got a frosty.
I live around the corner from Nielsen's Frozen Custard.
That's true.
I can just walk there in less than 30 seconds. I don't have to wait 30 minutes for a bowl to chill.
That's true. And Kent's got a Tony's by his house.
Yeah.
All I've got is an Arctic Circle, and we recently did a thing, KP and I, and Arctic Circle, man, that's not a good place.
Well, duh.
Well, yeah, you don't go there for food.
Yeah, you go there for the free mini ice creams and to play on the playground.
Yep.
Obviously. Or the saddles.
They don't let me on the playground anymore. I brought Joss Whedon last time, and we got banned.
You got to knock that off. Okay,
Oh.
so yes, there obviously, and we've talked about this a little bit, but there is a writers and an actors strike going on right now. So it's a really weird sort of, I guess, media world out there where like Mission.
This hasn't happened since 1960.
Yeah. And it's crazy because there was this huge writer strike in 2008, which affected a ton. In fact, Josh and I are probably alive today because of the writer strike in 2008 because they started reality TV by and large in 2008 because they didn't have any written shows. And reality TV took off. It just to the level of, and I mean, it's kind of died now, except for Netflix is getting in the game. But we're now going to enter that again. But you're seeing like now these screenings, like Mission Impossible, they had the entire cast there. They had the red carpet.
Oppenheimer.
And that's going to be the last one for a while because even Oppenheimer, they had the cast for a little bit. But the day of, Nolan did this screening and he said, sorry, guys, my actors just went to join the picket line.
Wow.
Wasn't it like right before the movie started, they all stood up and left?
Yep. And it's, I mean, they're proud of the work they did, but they also don't want to like sell a product anymore for a studio that they're saying is not paying them enough.
Yeah.
And I don't know if actors are saying that as much. I'm sure there's a lot of, well, the majority of actors in LA, they're not getting paid enough because they're getting bit roles or they're waiters or whatnot. But they are in solidarity with the writers who are not getting paid enough based on what they say.
Well, no. So the way I read this is, well, I shouldn't say no because I do agree with you, Kent.
Mm-hmm.
He said Kent.
I did. I'm glad you caught that. This strike isn't for the actors that are like on the low end. They're working as waiters and things like that because acting isn't their full-time job. They're not supported by their acting.
Right.
They're trying to break in. They're supported by the other job that they have. And this isn't a strike for the Dwayne Johnsons or the Matt Damons and Ben Afflecks of the world because they've got money to sit back on and coast for years.
Yeah.
This is for the like journeyman actors, you know, the background actors that they make a living or the character actors that make their living 100% from acting and don't have a fallback, but they also don't have the millions of dollars to fall back on from residual.
Well, there's something pretty crazy going on. And they've talked about this a little bit with the writers where AI was kind of going to be the new way the studios went as far as like AI is going to create a template for like a summer blockbuster. And it's going to be messy, but they'll have one writer go in and clean it up.
Yeah. Right.
And so they don't really have to pay writers all that much because, and to be quite honest, you look at a lot of summer blockbusters past couple of years and you go, was that written by AI? I can't really tell because it was just so bland and uninspired.
So by numbers.
So now with actors, I don't know if the studios have been planning this for a while. Just AI has been making leaps and bounds in technology. It's just been increasing like crazy.
Well, look at Indiana Jones. And the de-aging technology.
Well, and to that point, they wanted to start with extras, but it could very well move to main actors. And actually, Black Mirror had an episode on this last month, which was kind of prophetic. But they wanted an actor that always does extra work to come in, and they already kind of do CGI with extras in a lot of recent movies. But they want extras to come in, get paid for 1 day of work, basically T-pose. And do this footage so that their image can be used for all time.
In perpetuity.
And they will not be paid for any work or for any time they're shown. And a lot of bigger actors are worried this can happen to them as well. You look at recent cameos in big superhero movies, and they're taking dead actors and using their likenesses and saying, well, we own the property. So thanks estate for letting us use their face.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And the fee that they were going to give the extras was extremely low.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
It was like $200
Mm-hmm.
for their image and likeness in perpetuity.
I'll take it. And I'll take your candy as well.
You were just willing to take whatever.
Yep.
But no, it's crazy. Oh, so go ahead, Spencer.
What I was going to say, what's crazy about this is the more information we're getting about the executives and their opinions and positions on the strike.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think this was a negotiating tactic when they leaked. Their plan was to starve out the writers, wait until they start losing their apartments and falling behind on bills, in order for them to really kind of cave to concessions.
Right.
But even Bob Iger went from beloved internet CEO to the new villain of the week.
Oh.
The dude surpassed David Zaslav in the span of 3 days as the most hated CEO of a media company.
And Josh, David Zaslav is the head of Warner Brothers or DC, Warner Brothers Discovery. We're really at a time, and I don't think people really smile on corporations all that much, except for Disney, because Disney creates a lot of what people love.
Because it's Disney.
And Bob Iger specifically, people love him because they saw him as buying a lot of properties that they love. Then he left for a little bit, blamed all the issues on Bob Chapek, which were all his fault, by the way, Bob Iger's. And then he came back like a conquering hero. And then there's horrible timing because he got $25 million renewal of his salary, and the day after that is when these strikes happened. And so they're all saying, like, you make so much more than us, why not share the wealth? And really this all comes down to streaming as well. You have these streaming services that aren't paying extra to these actors, or if they do, it's very, very low. So it could be cents on the dollar, it could be hundreds of dollars, but it's low compared to how much these studios are making on the property. I did actually see an article where, and it made me laugh because I actually think this is probably like more pro studio, but the writer of an episode of She-Hulk said he got about $390 for writing one episode, like as a residual check.
What?
And to be quite honest, everyone who saw that said you got paid too much because it's She-Hulk.
It's true.
You know, I mean, and really this is maybe the other side.
But she was a lawyer and there was comedy and it was for the family.
Oh yeah, it was for the family, the twerking.
Mm-hmm.
And all the hookups she would do. But you know, we've had so many poorly written shows lately that this is bad timing for everyone because the studios look greedy and the writers honestly look untalented.
Well, and the other side of this coin is there's a lot of speculation that the reason these streaming companies don't want to concede the royalties on streaming is because then they'd be forced to reveal what their actual streaming numbers are.
Yes.
And right now, a lot of the streaming companies are hiding behind this. Oh, there's no way to actually give an honest figure of how much this is being streamed, which is complete and utter bull.
Right.
It is extremely easy to see how many people, because they're constantly bragging, oh, this show had so many hours streamed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And even in the digital advertising industry, we can tell how many times an ad loads, how many impressions it gets. If we can get granular to the IP address and what type of machine and browser they're using to see an advertisement on a web page in a matter of nanoseconds, I guarantee these streaming companies know exactly how many people are watching their shows. And those numbers are probably abysmal compared to what they're reporting to their investors.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, and you even look how it's going to impact the industry. I don't know if this is embarrassing or not, but Spencer, you and I were talking before the show about the red carpet for Haunted Mansion.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the moves that kind of got Bob Iger in a little bit of hot water. If you want to.
Oh, yeah. So,
I
actually,
set the volleyball up there, Kent.
And I'm
like, waiting for you to spike it. Spike it.
So it was Allison sent us in the chat the red carpet, and that's the first time I saw it. But for Haunted Mansion, I saw this, and just to give context, it was because the actors could not show up for the movie coming out this week. They had Disney cast members. We're talking the mascot characters
from Disneyland
or college students dressed as Maleficent and Cruella de Vil show up on the red carpet, pose, and then go forward. And this is their way. And I was like, is that clever or embarrassing? Because obviously the stars can't legally, or I guess unless they, cross the strike line. They can legally, but they'll be seen as scabs or whatever. But they can't promote their movie, or at least don't want to. And so Disney's like, well, we've got Disney legacy characters, college students in costume that will do this for you. So Spencer, what's the general word on that? Is that seen as kind of like Disney just trying to release their stuff no matter what?
It's kind of seen as callous and low.
Okay.
Like super, super tacky. Like it would have been better to just invite random people off the street rather than to parade out these cast members dressed up as Disney characters and kind of flaunt it in the face of the actors and the people striking. Like, well, we're going to go on without you. It's a let them eat cake moment.
Okay.
More or less. And that's one of the things like Bob Iger, it's coming off as very tone deaf.
I can see that.
I mean, why have anything at all, really?
And that's just it. I mean, it seemed like bad press more than it could have been non-press. Like it could have just they could have released the movie, families would have gone to see it, and they still will, but there wouldn't have been this like, oh, that was kind of tacky, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: is the impact this is going to have on the day-to-day viewer, like you and me, and Allison and KP, and
but
Dave
not Josh.
No, not me.
But not Josh. Josh doesn't watch TV.
Yeah,
he watches reality TV. He's fine.
You'll be more than fine. By the way, Josh.
Yeah, because we have we have some.
Because there will be a ton of reality TV.
Oh,
actually.
I know. I can only imagine.
Well, I know that some people are looking at this and thinking, "Oh, this is going to be an impact on my viewing in the immediate future." But anything that was planned to be released this fall or this winter, and even early 2024, has already been filmed.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing post-production work on it, and those crews are not striking right now.
No.
It's the writers and the actors. They've done their part. Those are in the can. We'll be getting new content all fall, winter, and probably into the spring.
Right.
But 2024 and 2025, these are going to be more barren than 2021 and 2022 post-COVID.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, because those were some real depressing years, as we know.
Yeah, we're watching Extraction 2 and thinking this is fantastic.
It's the years of Tiger King.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Don't remind me of that, please.
But
that was a dark time of my life.
Oh, just yours, huh?
Well, I guess we all went through it.
Yeah. Well, even in COVID, they found ways to record some and make some movies and TV show.
Yeah.
You know, they could eventually were able to start wearing masks and making Mission Impossible films and things like that. But movies and things like that without a writing team, without actors. Look at Deadpool 2 or 3 or 4. Which one is it?
Yeah, 3's coming out, or at
3.
least being worked on right now. Yeah,
it's not being worked on right now.
Well, not right now. Right now,
I mean,
they actually had when the writer's strike was going on, because the plan with Deadpool movies is Ryan Reynolds is put in front of a camera. There's a script, but Ryan Reynolds is just himself, right? Yeah. He loves the smell of his own, you know what? So he's just riffing the entire time. Well, because it was a writer's strike, he could not improv on any scene, but he could still act in it until this past week when he can't even act in the movie anymore.
Huh.
Yeah, everything will be impacted. I don't know if I love or hate this because I don't think, other than a few, I don't know, like Ted Lasso, Barry, there's been a few TV shows I've really enjoyed. Better Call Saul, which ended last year, I've loved. But I haven't seen a lot of inspiring things from these streaming services that have legacy going forward. And there are so many mediocre-looking superhero movies that are planned. I'm fine if they delay a lot of it.
Well, here's the thing. We're already just barely getting through and started on a lot of things that were delayed because of 2020, 2021, and 2022.
Like Mission Impossible was meant to come out a year and a half ago.
Mm-hmm. And I stand corrected when I told you that they had finished filming the second part. They were halfway through filming the second part, and now they're shut down.
Yeah, same thing. Spider-Verse will be delayed even more.
Yeah.
Fast 11, which was meant to just carry over from a cliffhanger.
No, they're fine on that one. They didn't do any writing on it to begin with.
Oh, and Vin Diesel doesn't really act, so it's fine.
Family.
Yeah, he's not an actor either.
That's mean. But I was telling you guys that I was going to go to Comic Con, and canceled it a couple weeks back. Well, they're still going to be at Comic Con, but it was already going to be cut down because writers weren't going to talk about upcoming shows anymore. And now actors can't, or they're not supposed to, go and promote any shows they're going to be on. So legitimately, this might be a comic convention like it started as.
Oh, darn.
I know, Spencer.
We're not going to get The Rock showing up saying he's going to change the power.
Don't go swimming out there with those great white sharks.
Or Joss Whedon.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, we're not going back to that one.
I'm actually okay with this. I'm okay with comic conventions getting back to their comic convention roots.
Do you think this will affect FanX?
Oh, absolutely.
Because a lot of the actors who show up to FanX don't really have careers. So,
well, I'm just going to say I am still planning on showing up because I'm going to be on the Disneyland panel again.
Yes.
So,
nice plug, by the way.
Take every opportunity, right?
Sure.
So, I'll still be there.
But yeah, I wonder. That was a joke, obviously, about the careers thing. But I wonder if they just are, if this gets pushed into September, if we're going to see anyone show up, or if they'll just cancel it altogether.
That'd be horrible.
TV and film actors, FanX. Keep going, Ken. I'm just looking about who's coming.
But then again, it's like if people are going for the original reasons, which was to buy merch and artwork and see comic creators talk about new products or projects, I just don't know if the local audience is willing to do that.
I think FanX is safe.
Why? Who are you seeing?
I mean, Michael Dorn, he's not doing anything. I love him, but he's not doing anything. Tony Danza. We can ask him who's really the boss.
Should take him skiing sometime.
Oh, that's too soon. It's like 23 years.
They have the entire cast of Smallville coming.
Okay.
Well, Katie Sackhoff might not come now. John Rhys Davies. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
They have the guy from The Blind Side.
Michael Orr.
Wait, the movie or the real guy?
The actor.
Oh.
And his only credit is The Blind Side. Mario Lopez.
Oh,
hey, from Extra.
Yes.
Oh no, they actually have the whole Saved by the Bell coming, except for
Dustin.
Oh, and Dustin Hoffman's in prison, isn't he?
No, he's dead.
Oh, he is
Hold
dead.
on. Did you say Dustin Hoffman?
Oh yeah, Dustin Diamond.
Dustin Hoffman is Screech.
I mean, they might need to get him if they needed Dustin to play that role.
Mario Lopez, Elizabeth Berkley, Mark Paul Gosselaar.
So it may be scaled down if this continues. And look, obviously we all want new movies to come out, but also maybe a delay or another break is what we need.
Yeah.
That isn't like everyone afraid of a disease that could spread, but people might be just so sick of these samey blockbusters that maybe independent movies start coming out a little bit more, right? Ones that weren't getting financed at first. Because so many movies are coming out, as we've talked, they bombed, like by and large. And so maybe we need a little bit of a break.
Well, Steven Spielberg predicted that this is the current movie market way back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
When budgets started to balloon and the price of tickets started rising. He predicted that it would take a few blockbusters to bomb in a row to reset the box office to focus more on smaller budgets,
which I would love,
and get get movie ticket prices down to a reasonable, $5, $7, $8, $10 a ticket.
Anyways, we'll keep an eye on this. Obviously, we'll be talking about it because we're all invested, and it may affect reality TV, which I hope we get a couple more quick seasons of Love Is Blind, to be quite honest,
or MILF Manor.
I think I'm good. Maybe some crossover with Farmer Needs a MILF. I don't know.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. There is the new Bachelor.
Oh yeah,
the Golden Bachelor. I mean, that's a good kind of crossover. I don't know if it's really MILFy, but
Do you want to cover that now, or do you want to talk about it after we take some calls?
I don't know. I mean, I'm ready to talk about it, but I think we should take some phone calls first.
Okay, yeah, let's do some calls.
Well, Zachary Levi's coming, but his career's done, so that should be safe.
Okay, yeah, phone calls.
Hey guys, it's Jordan Miller, longtime lurker, first-time caller. I wanted to say thanks for getting me through a long run today. My best friend passed away from cancer last year, so I'm running the St. George Marathon in his memory. And today's run was weird. I was kind of in a funk. Music wasn't helping. Dua Lipa wasn't getting me going like she normally does. And I can't do audiobooks when I run. But somehow, you guys talking about wieners, Home Depot, and Kent's trip coming up got me through the last half of the run. So thank you for that. Thank you for doing this show. And let me know next time you're up in Brigham City, Tremont, or Logan. I'd love to take you out to eat. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.
Oh, how awesome. I'm excited for you. I don't know if this is your first marathon, but I love the St. George Marathon, and what a great way to honor a friend, to put in the effort and the time to train for a marathon, because they are They're tough. They're not easy, that's for sure.
And thank you. I mean, we'll leave this recording sometimes and we'll go like, oh, that show was fine. And thankfully we hear from friends that are like, yeah, no, thanks. That meant a lot. Or just to kind of distract me from life right now. And then I'm like, okay, that was a great show. Like that became a great show because people got something from it, right?
Yeah.
And honestly, things like that are the reason we do this show. But to be a little more irreverent now, Jordan, if you ever do want to dip your toe more into the world of wieners, just let me know. We can hit up the wiener schnitzel and talk all day.
I think we should go to the next call.
Oh, but real quick, I'm coming up to Logan for Saboris, so just be ready.
I love Saboris.
It's so good.
Have you been?
The peanut butter burger.
Oh no,
man.
you got to get the lomo saltada.
Never been.
What?
Hey, if you tempt me in a windowless white van with some candy, I might join you.
I think we're going to take you up to Logan.
All right, jump in that van.
He won't know we're going to Logan.
Hey guys, proud Disney mom here, Tonya Budge. Just wanted to make sure everyone saw the update on the fat squirrel. Looks like he tried to wreak some havoc on the carousel of progress. Maybe he just wanted to have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. If you know, you know. As far as like food goes in Disney World, there's really not that great of food. But in the Magic Kingdom, one thing I will suggest everybody try are the spring rolls that are right outside of Adventureland. Their staple spring roll that they have is called a cheeseburger spring roll. And that one, it tastes like somebody took a McDonald's Big Mac and mushed it up and put it in a spring roll, and it is to die for, so good. Then the other one that they always have changes throughout the year. The first one I ever had was a buffalo chicken spring roll, and it was amazing. And then the last time I was there, they had a pastrami one, which I didn't try because I don't like pastrami. And they had, at one time that I was there, they had a pizza one, and it was okay. But the cheeseburger one was really good. As of right now, currently, they just started serving one that is a chicken cordon bleu, and it sounds wonderful. I would love to try it, but I'm not going to get there in time. So if anybody is going, please go try it and let me know if it's any good. The last thing I want to say is, regardless of what anybody else says, please be nice to the cast members. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Tonya, I only have one question. I've heard in general that the food at Disneyland is better than the food at Disney World. But how do the pickles compare?
Oh, wow.
They're the same pickle.
Don't wow me, Kent. On your other show, Kent, today on your other show, you said you loved cucumbers and that they were a tier 1 vegetable, but only if they're served in vinegar and sugar. You know what that is? That is a pickle. You like pickles.
Listen, pickles, I don't say pickles are bad, but at the rate you talk about them, it makes me uncomfortable. Okay?
And hot dogs if we're, going to go this route.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm just glad Disney took a pickle and put a hot dog in the pickle.
It actually was really good, by the way.
Well, based on what Tanya's saying about these spring rolls and just the experimental stuff they're trying, I would rather go there than Disneyland. I think the Disneyland food is okay. I would be willing to try Disney World food, absolutely, because I love buffalo chicken, and to have a buffalo chicken spring roll all day.
I love spring rolls too. Honestly, that's something they could definitely bring to Disneyland. But I think with Disneyland, there's so much tradition there that I think they kind of pigeonhole themselves into not allowing to be experimental or anything.
I wonder with the new property they bought, they could do like a Disney World land or like a Disney World
Disney World land. And you just have to drive to 5 different parks and pay a certain amount for each one.
A Disney World land.
It's not that big of an area, so they can walk to the different miniature versions of the different parks and get spring rolls.
It's the worst idea
I love
ever.
That. At Disney World land, you have to. It's like you kind of fly. It's like an Orlando experience, and there's like people with bath salts. And
gators.
You
There's
get
gators.
to Disney World land.
Gators.
You're in the airport. You have to stay.
It's
in
like
the
Grand Theft Auto,
Auto.
Vice City.
There's a Waffle House.
I love Disney World land. New T-shirts.
Hey boys, it's Wade. I have a question for Spencer and something else. Hey Spencer, have you been reading the Last Run in the Lost Years? If you haven't, you need to check it out. It's really good. And I want to wish Josh a happy 1-year anniversary. no one was deserving more than you. Anyway, guys, I appreciate the show. Appreciate you always playing my messages, no matter how wild they may be. But anyway, good talking to you guys. Keep them coming. Have a good day.
I have been keeping up to date on the Lost Years. I do like the new take with the 4 new turtles being completely different species this time around. And the names, I don't know if you caught this, but the names are the number 1 in different languages. So it's kind of cool, and it's a fun continuation.
We don't get like Renaissance painters names anymore?
No.
Boo.
I'm actually a little shocked they didn't do contemporary comic book artists. I know that one of the 5th turtles in the original runs is Kirby, but they totally could have done, since they are doing more Japanese influence, let's get an Akira Toriyama turtle and a Studio Ghibli Miyazaki turtle.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just disappointed there's no like Picasso or Monet or Grandma Moses. You know,
that's Monet and there is a Picasso.
Wait, there are?
Yeah, they're in the IDW comics right now.
Like, I'm all excited now.
They're female turtles, Kent.
Wait, now I'm supposed to be even more excited?
I don't know how long.
Joss Whedon drives by. he's
got female turtles in his
sour gummy strawberries, okay?
Female turtles.
He's got gummy nunchucks and female turtles. What do you do?
I mean, there's no questions right there for Kent.
You give the gummy nunchucks to the turtles.
Oh gosh, and Wade, thank you so much for the well wishes.
Thank
as
you,
well. Wade. It's been kind of crazy thinking that it has been a year now since we've been married, and it's been fun. Every day going through like my Facebook memories and seeing all these pictures of our, going from meeting to dating to engagements, and then the past month with all of the wedding memories. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been great to see that progress that I've made personally over the past year kind of unfold. And so I appreciate it. A lot of people kind of reached out and congratulated both of us. So I appreciate that. So anyway, thank you, Wade. Thank you, everybody who shared their well wishes.
And congratulations, Josh.
And a recommendation to you, Wade. Check out Batman, Superman, World's Finest. Mark Wade and Dan Mora are the writing art team on it. Phenomenal writing, great one-shot issues. Just a ton of fun.
Okay, so now I want to talk about what's really important. And Josh, you talked about love a little bit. I guess you're in love.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
It's fine.
Hopelessly in love.
But I want to bring this full circle and talk about a reality TV love, which is probably true love. Let's be honest. And right now, Josh, we haven't actually
talked. It's not documented by 50 cameras. It's not real.
Right, exactly. We haven't really talked about this season of The Bachelorette, and we probably don't need to because it's kind of boring. But
yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I've sat through 2.5 episodes with my wife, and I'm like,
yeah. It just seems like everyone's trying out for Bachelor in Paradise at this point.
Oh yeah. Totally.
Why wouldn't you want a free vacation?
Yeah, true story.
I mean, if Joss Whedon pulled up in a van and said he had a free vacation in there.
Listen, I don't want to see the episode art on this one. I just don't.
How about, can we all collectively agree to retire Joss Whedon in a van?
Yeah, starting now.
Either that or it's becoming another t-shirt.
No. So The Bachelor is trying new things because this show started in 2002, like a while ago, and definitely they're gonna have to make a few extra seasons for like to fill in the blank since there won't be any narrative TV stuff. So what they're doing now, and they talked about this a couple of years ago, but they're launching their first spinoff since The Bachelorette, and the spinoff is called The Golden Bachelor. Spencer, when I say that, what does that mean to you?
I'm actually thinking of somebody dipped nude in gold paint.
Oh, like Goldfinger.
I'm glad you went there.
Either that or like somebody in their like 90s.
90s.
80s.
You think they're going to put 90-year-olds on TV?
What's Chevy Chase up to these days?
Yeah, Harrison Ford, maybe.
Yeah.
So this is about, so they're kind of going there, but the main guy, so the Bachelor this time around, his name is Jerry Turner. He's 71 years old. Okay? He looks well put together, looks like a decent guy. He has 2 daughters, and his daughters apparently got him into this show. But instead of like, and Josh, you and I have seen the old cliches, right?
Mhm.
The cast for these shows now, they're at oldest 32,
Oh,
maybe 33.
yeah, I was gonna say like that's a huge jump of like what, like 40 years or so.
Right. And so the women are generally about 25 to 26 on these shows.
Oh, this is gonna be like DILF Manor.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I'm looking at pictures of this dude, and he legitimately is a golden bachelor. He spent way too much time in the tanning booth.
Yeah, I mean, that's
it's
probably on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh is looking him up
I've
as well.
gotta look this
so
up.
So generally when they cast these shows, they get a bachelor, bachelorette, and then the contestants, there's generally 20 to 30 of them. And they said for the women that they're casting as the potential bachelorettes, they have a lifetime of experience living through love, loss, and laughter, hoping for a spark that ignites a future full of endless possibilities. So they're going to get people that have real stories. And that's what I'm kind of curious to see. This won't be like exciting or kind of like sassy like The Bachelor tries to be now, with like every night's a hot tub night, or there's crazy stuff going on, or they're playing dodgeball in their underwear or whatever. This is really
They
probably
still
gonna,
could do that with
maybe.
the Golden Bachelor. Will we watch it?
And what if they do?
No.
Yes. I said yes. But you may actually have people, because there's not a lot of, at least the cameras don't show a lot of substance when they have their dates. They don't talk a lot about their families other than saying, sorry, I have a kid. I know you probably won't choose me. Now they're going to be like, oh, I have 27 grandkids. I'm a widow.
Mm-hmm.
Like we may actually see stuff that like is maybe too real for TV.
Too honest.
Too honest.
No, two thoughts here. One, he is way too tan here. Like he even has raccoon eyes. And then two, I think this is a brilliant move. If there is the strike that continues in everything, and we're not getting that content that we want and we love, this is that substance that's going to pull in a number of other demographics, I think.
And I think the younger viewers will still watch it, because there is something endearing about older people falling in love. Like, for example, for this guy, The Bachelor, he was married for 43 years and his wife passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously at the beginning of the episode, and granted, ABC is going to milk this for all that's worth, right? They're going to try to make it seem like the most dramatic story this side of American Idol. And they're going to just totally sell it as, but I do think people will buy into it and they'll want to see him fall in love, whatever that becomes after, because the track record of this show and relationships that work out, not super high.
It's really interesting too, because looking at all of these promo pictures and everything, there are quite a few that have like his daughters and everything included. So yeah, we're gonna get a lot of pretty cool backstories.
Yeah, or like his daughter's helping him to choose some dates or whatnot.
They should each have a rose. Like the first night, they should all have a
I bet they do.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just a little mad, because I just think they swung for the fences, because here I am asking them to do a 42-year-old bachelor, which I already feel is kind of like ancient, little geriatric, and they went for 71.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Can't take this with all the love in my heart.
Here we go.
If you sat in a tanning booth you're in your 40s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you sat in a tanning booth for the next 30 years, you'd look just like this dude.
Oh my gosh. Even the hair.
Even the hair.
Especially the hair.
Is the hair similar?
Oh, the hair.
Is it similar?
The hair is very similar.
The hair almost like a Ted Danson, but golden.
Yeah.
Oh, that's handsome.
He just doesn't have a great beard, which you definitely pull off.
You do.
Some of the women might. Too soon. Anyways, I do think it will be interesting though, because like currently the alumni, and Josh, you've probably seen into this, but the Bachelor Nation, if you've been on any of these shows, you end up going on, like, it becomes your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
You become an influencer of sorts. You go on cruises with former cast members, and they all just basically hook up, by the way. But now there's going to be like a senior citizens cruise for all the Golden Bachelor and Bachelorettes.
Yeah, they'll be going on the Royal Princess instead of Carnival.
Yeah, and they'll be going to Alaska instead of the Caribbean. Because that's what you do when you're old.
Yes.
Anyways, I will be watching this. It will probably be, because I've been watching the past 3 years of The Bachelor, Bachelorette, which obviously makes sense, because in 2020 there was nothing to watch.
Yeah.
This may be the first season, may be worth watching. I say that and it hasn't even started yet. But I'm excited to see what happens.
I am too. Like this one, I am not going to miss watching with my wife, and I know that my wife probably just recorded those words to play back
Yeah.
when this premieres. But I am excited because this season just I've stopped kind of caring. You know?
I haven't cared for a long time. Do I keep watching? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do,
because
but it's a background show.
Yeah, well, and I do love watching because I love how I love trying to figure out how much of it is just complete bull and how much is actually authentic.
Spencer, will you start with the show? Will you watch with us?
Guys,
Will you?
no. Why?
Because we can talk about it on the show and do a little like post show report.
We can watch it together live in person.
Spencer, you were just talking about Ninja Turtles. Don't talk to us about things that can't be consumed.
No, but it's The Bachelor. Guys, I don't need to watch it. I can have a legitimate conversation with you about The Bachelor and the happenings of each episode and not ever having seen the episode.
You're missing all the drama.
Yeah.
It's the most controversial season yet.
It's always the most controversial season. And I'm going to be like, did you see the
more
way that
controversial
he
each
spurned
time.
her when he didn't give her the rose? And I'll be just as on topic.
Oh no. I just had this horrible vision. In every time they show the commercial, coming up this season of The Bachelor, they always show an ambulance because someone gets injured playing a game. This time when they show ambulances, it may be for another reason.
Life Alert.
Oh no.
The
Golden Bachelor, brought to you by Life Alert.
I mean,
And that's the thing is all the ads between this are going to be for Depends and for AmeriLife.
everything that you would get for like the daytime showing of like The Price is Right. You know, those are going to be the ads that you're going to get for this.
I'm in. Okay. I'm in.
Okay.
Like when they get to know each other, they're just going to dig at the bottom of her purse and find the cough drops in the butterscotch.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right, Josh. With all that said, all the randomness,
Yes.
take us out.
All right. The Other Show with Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. Produced by Kent Dunn, Josh Hansen, and Spencer Myers. Show design and auto editing by me, Josh Hansen. Sales manager, Spencer Myers. Please rate, review, and subscribe to The Other Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, or wherever podcasts are found. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. To better connect with us, join our Facebook group, The Other Group. For past episodes, links to our other shows, and to shop for show swag, visit www.theother.show. And remember, when you're not listening to me here, you can listen to me on my other show, The Party in the Back.
You can also hear me on my other show, Bacon Cell.
And you can hear me on my other show,